Well, good day everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we are mixing up our organic matter. As you can see here, I found some decomposted leaf litter that was sitting underneath those potassium trees. So I'm using that as a base because it will add that organic matter to the soil. And traditionally the soil here is fairly clayey, so I want to get as much organic matter in there as possible to try and break that soil up. Just basic sort of organic matter like this, where it's pretty broken down, and that's wonderful to add to the soil. It's probably not going to add too much in the way of nutrients. It will add some, and that's why I'm adding the high-end things on top of this. So this is going to be a base, and then we're going to add the good stuff, and that will go down on the ground to help the veggies grow. All right. So to our leaf litter, we're adding our blood and bone. So on a couple of good handfuls of that. And this is probably the strongest fertilizing element of everything I'm adding. And probably the strongest smelling too. That's a mixture of blood and bone meal, and this one's got added potash to it. Okay, next up we are adding the Sumungus. So this is fish, seaweed and humic acid. So all good things for the garden, things that will help it grow along, things that will help the soil biota. It'll help everything just sort of wake up and get going, which is what we want in our little veggie garden. So that was, say, about 3 litres worth, which is 3/4 of a gallon. Next up is our cow manure. And again, about the same amount. Okay, the Who Flung Dung compost. So, this is a little bit more stuck in there. And I'm not too happy seeing that sort of thing come out of it. So about 1/3 of the bag of that one. And the smell is just delightful, shall we say. So I'm just gonna mix it all up, get it all incorporated with each other. When I scatter it on the garden, I want to make sure there's a little bit of everything everywhere. Now I could just tip it all on the garden in layers, but by mixing it in the barrow I've got much more control over the mixture, and I know that everything's going to get the same amount. All right, and there we go, all mixed up. As you can see, there's a fair bit of carbon matter in it, the brown matter. Lots of straw, wood chips and that sort of thing. That's fine. There is a lot of nitrogen in the mixture, so the nitrogen in the mixture will help the carbon to break down. We're going to be layering more carbon on top. The nitrogen will also help in that. And it's going to mean we don't suffer from carbon drawdown or nitrogen drawdown due to the carbon, and there's going to be plenty of nitrogen there to kick the plants along. So there we go, a nice healthy mix to scatter across and bring everything along. Now I'm probably going to have to mix a couple barrows of this so that I can cover the entire garden. But that's fine, I will get to that. And across to the garden we go. First I'm just going to run the whippersnipper, line trimmer, strimmer, brush cutter, whatever you want to call the thing. Just going to run that through the garden bed and just knock down any grass and weeds. That will all break down underneath. And then we're just going to go through and sprinkle the mix over to start with. I just want to sprinkle it first to make sure I get a good covering across the whole garden bed. And then just going to tip out the remainder and go mix another batch. Tip that out in a few places. Alright, and onto the rake and just spread it through. One of the good things about gardening in the front yard is you get to talk to people as they walk past, even if it does sound like excited chipmunks on fast forward. Alright, here's our cardboard boxes that we collected, and I'm just going to break them up and spread them across. So with the slash down weeds, the nitrogenous matter and the cardboard sitting on top, that should help to break down any grass that's sitting underneath. It should help to kill out the stuff that is underneath and give us a nice clean weed-free bed. Anything on the edges will still of course pop up, and we're going to treat that before we put the straw on, which will happen after this. Alright, so there we are for the setup bit. As I said, I'm going to let that sit for a while. I'll give it a week and just let it sit and help to break down those plants. Any weeds that pop up, I will treat them, probably with some boiling water, and we will continue on for there. I do water in the cardboard because otherwise it's just going to blow away on me. Well, thank you very much everyone for watching. Please hit the like, hit the subscribe, and hit the little bell notification. That way you'll be able to continue the journey with me and know when there's new videos coming up. Again, thank you very much for watching, and bye for now.